Greetings from Winter Haven, Florida. I'm J. Scott Rowe, graduate gemologist from the Gemological Institute of America. I earned my diploma in residence in Santa Monica in 1982. Today we're going to be discussing the unboxing of the GIA iD100, the tool that GIA sells to distinguish natural from lab-grown diamonds. Let's go to the box. Now, as you can see, we've already opened the box to examine for any damage before the shipper left. And what we have is the original packaging from the Gemological Institute of America with your styrofoam peanuts, and their included fiber probe holder. The fiber probe holder is important for the help of sorting melee in the small grooves, and also to hold the fiber optic point so that the fiber optic does not drop off of the table and bend in an unnatural position. So let's remove the internal box. Here we have the original GIA packaging. So inside the packaging we can see the user's guide, and the important startup information. Inside's a warning: do not bend your fiber probe. Do not pull the device. So here we have an international universal adapter and surge protector for European we have the power supply. And we have the main power cord. Here we have the fiber probe with the color-coded inputs and the tip, which is covered. All of these have protective coverings, and it has a insert to protect the positioning for transportation. And the device So we have the port for downloading, which we will be adding the software for pink diamonds in a future video. Your power switch and your power supply. So we'll get into setting this up and testing a diamond or two. Let's see how long it takes to get proficient with this. Okay, we have unboxed and we've attached the power cord. Inside of the user's guide is the quick start guide. It simply says connect the power to the back of the device, remove the brass port covers from the GIA iD100 by twisting, then remove the covers from the fiber probe by pulling, and then we connect both the light source yellow and the detector red fiber probe legs to the fiber probe ports with the matching color and label. It's very simply color coded, so we will start that right away. It says handling of the fiber probe is to hold the fiber probe with your fingers at the free end close to the tip, and do not hold by the tip, and then keep the fiber probe in its natural position. Avoid bending the fiber probe. Bending below 24 centimeters in diameter could reduce the sensitivity of the GIA iD100. Bending below 8 centimeters in diameter may damage the fiber probe and reduce the functionality of the device. Do know that the replacement fiber probes are not cheap, so be sure not to do this. Press the power switch on the back to the on position to power the device, and it will take approximately 25 seconds to power the device on and touch the screen. So let's begin. First, it says connect the power source. Unscrew the brass covers. Remove by pulling the fiber covers for the light source and the detector. Simply match the colors, the pink and the yellow. As a snug fit, we'll screw that down a few turns. First time. And if we line it up correctly, it slides right in. Okay. We will turn the device on. And I will move the device back so that the fiber stays in a natural position. We now have an arrow cursor on the screen that said touch the screen, so I will touch the screen. I acknowledge the GIA iD100's capabilities as described in the user's guide. We will hit the accept button. It says room calibration required. Place the probe near the diamond to be tested and press calibrate. So I have grabbed a sample here. Okay, so the device says calibrate. Now we have picked a item here that has known diamond in it. It said place the device near the diamond in our normal room lighting and hit calibrate, which I will do at this time. It says it's ready to test. So the device says ready to test. We will hit test. And now we have the ultraviolet.
Passed. 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 Referred.
It says if you get a refer to retest,
Passed.
because it may just be the angle.
Passed. 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 Passed.
These last two diamonds were highly
Referred.
fluorescent, so this is really interesting.
Referred.
Take a look as I put the device right onto those last two.
Passed. Passed.
So you'll get a refer if it's off. It's on the white. This is a platinum mounting, and so it says don't look directly into the end. So we'll hit stop so it'll quit saying refer. So everything in this diamond ring checked out, which is good for the manufacturer because they also use this device, the GIA 100. So I would expect everything from them to pass, and it did. Now here's a piece, a second-hand piece, off of the street. So let's take a look and see what this older piece has. We're hitting the test button on the device.
Referred. Passed.
First one passed.
Passed.
Second one passed. Oh, fluorescent diamond again.
Passed. Refer. Passed.
Again, same diamond.
Refer. Refer.
Uh-oh.
Refer. Refer.
Okay, well, we got one that's not passing.
Refer.
The one on the end of this ring.
Refer.
We'll hit stop. And now we're going to take the microscope and go to work on this and see if there's a reason this one diamond is saying refer. And we'll be right back after we get our scope set up. Okay, we'll turn the device back on. It appears some of the stones were not clean enough. After a little more cleaning, I noticed some still have some buffing compound under them. We will be turning the device back on
Refer.
and then placing the probe directly up to the
Pass.
table. Pass.
Passed.
Very fluorescent.
Passed. Passed. Refer.
This is the one that was saying refer earlier.
Passed.
And now it will pass if it is properly cleaned
Refer.
and properly aligned.
Passed.
Now notice this stone under the microscope
Refer.
had, let's turn this off,
Refer.
saying refer before we got a good pass on it. Also had a very dark feather directly under the table. Also had a little buffing compound still under the girdle edge from the buffer that didn't come off in the ultrasonic. Yet still, if we were diligent in the placement of the probe on it, we got our pass. Now from the literature I've read in the user's manual, if you get a pass, it is a natural diamond. If you get the refer, it requires additional work and examination, and we do not have a synthetic diamond here to test. I do have a cubic zirconia handy. Let's see, where did I lay those? There they are. So let's take a couple of loose cubic zirconias into the supplied tray, and we will test these. I'm using the supplied tray and arm holder, the probe holder. So we will start the testing again.
Refer. Refer.
Let's hold one in our
Refer.
hand right up to the table.
Refer. 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 Refer.
No passing on these.
Refer. Refer.
And while it's
Refer.
still testing, I'll test my
Refer.
heirloom ring. This came
Refer.
from my father in the 50s.
Passed.
Pass. So there you have it.
Refer.
And we'll hit the stop button. And in future videos, we will be adding in some testing of some moissanite, some more cubic zirconia, diamond, as well as we'll get our hands on some laboratory grown synthetic diamond. We're back. Did not take us long. We've got our hands on a good looking moissanite. I haven't even tested these yet. And did not take us long at all to locate a recently produced piece with a synthetic side stone. So here we go. We're going to turn the device on. We've already got the end cap off, the end. We're going to wait for the unit to warm up, and we will see the calibrate prompt. Okay, it is warmed up. We touch the screen. We accept the disclaimer, and now we're ready to calibrate. I'm going to put it close to a diamond. Hit the calibrate, and it's ready to test. So we will go ahead and hit the test.
Refer. Passed.
Okay, so that's the center stone in this piece.
Refer. Refer. Passed.
Next diamond.
Passed.
Next.
Passed.
Next.
Passed.
turn the ring over.
Refer. Passed. Passed. Refer.
Okay, we've moved the camera,
Refer.
so now we're seeing the diamond.
Passed. Refer.
So this is the synthetic diamond.
Refer. Refer.
It has the typical
Refer.
chalky, not quite chalky, but a slight greenish yellow
Refer.
fluorescence. Next one over.
Passed.
Next one over.
Passed.
Next one up.
Passed.
Okay. Now then, let's see what we have here. I don't know what I have. I don't know if the side stones are diamond or if they are moissanite also.
Passed.
No, they have diamond side stones
Refer.
and a moissanite center stone.
Refer.
Yeah, that's definitely a diamond with that kind of
Refer.
fluorescence.
Passed. Refer.
And under magnification, we have the typical side ID from the doubling in a moissanite in this item.
Refer.
So there you have it. Did not take long at all. Just took a couple hours before we ran across our very first synthetic diamond. And I'll hit the stop button.
Refer.
All right, let's fire the machine back up and test some rough diamonds. I happen to have a few here, different qualities. So let's take a look and see what the screener will do with some rough. So I have some that are almost opaque and outside of the color range. Got a small octahedron and a couple of mackerels. Let's see what we can achieve here. So the first thing, the device is asking me to calibrate. Accept the software agreement. That's time to calibrate. And it's ready to test.
Refer.
So the first is going to be
Refer.
this tiny octahedron.
Refer.
Let's make sure this is on the screen.
Passed.
Get a pass. This
Pass.
mackerel really lights up
Pass.
nicely.
Refer. Refer. Passed. Passed.
Now this is almost outside the color
Refer.
range. So let's see if we can pick this up in our
Refer.
fingers.
Refer. Refer. Passed.
Actually touching one of the crystal faces, get
Refer.
a pass.
Refer. Refer. Passed.
And we got a pass.
Refer. Passed.
Don't even have to touch these crystals.
Passed. Passed. Refer. Refer. Passed.
And we get a pass. Small octahedron,
Passed.
mackerels,
Passed. Refer. Passed. Refer. 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 Passed.
and we get a pass with contact.
Refer.
Okay, so there you have it. Screener does work on rough. At least my rough. Thank you. Again, Scott Rowe at A&S Gifts Fine Jewelers in Winter Haven, Florida. Thank you.